This is a super hot topic, and that is why now is the right time to get started with e-commerce. Hey boutique owner and other e-commerce friends. Today I'm going to be diving into something that I'm picking up on the e-commerce grapevine. And not even the grapevine really, but just given all the current events right now, this is a super hot topic. And that is why now is the right time to get started with e-commerce. Now, lots of people think that the boom might be over or the ship has already sailed or it's too crowded, but I'm just going to break it down and share some of the reasons and some of the stats, which kind of show why now is actually like the greatest time ever to be getting into e-commerce. I'll also share some thoughts on how I've seen it change since I've been in the game. So let's start with the obvious, the elephant in the room, COVID-19. Half the world is or has been in lockdown in 2020, and it's been super challenging for a whole pile of reasons that you all know about already. I don't even have to get into that here. But from an e-commerce perspective, yes, some people have suffered. But with social distancing measures in place and brick and mortar retailers forced to close their doors, there are more people than ever at home right now with nothing to do but look up and buy stuff online. That's why this is a golden time for e-commerce. Overnight, customer behavior radically changed. According to a new global shopping index report published by Salesforce, the number of unique digital shoppers rose 40% year over year. Revenue growth from online sales was up 20% compared to 12% in quarter one, 2019, which is actually outperforming last year's 2019 holiday shopping season. And that, my friends, was widely seen as a very strong season. So we're really seeing this massive increase in online shopping as people turn to e-commerce to purchase the items they might have otherwise purchased in person, as well as just generally spending more time online. A survey by Engine found that people are spending, on average, 10 to 30% more online as a result of the pandemic. A separate survey conducted by Velasas found that 42% of consumers were shopping more online, with only 8% saying they were engaged in less e-commerce. Basically, this virus has suddenly shifted sales online. So whether you're a traditional brick and mortar business looking to move online, or you are considering an e-commerce store for the first time, may the odds be ever in your favor. And let's just look at the facts. In 2020, you kind of have to be online. If you're not online, who even are you, right? Stats show online business is booming, even aside from the pandemic. There are 24 million sites online selling a range of products and services. 10 years ago, e-commerce was at just 5.1% of total retail purchases. By 2019, however, online spending was up to almost 15%. In fact, last year, 2019 online retail overtook general merchandising, including department store sales. Online sales is now the fourth largest sector overall, bringing in about $59.8 billion in adjusted sales for February of this year. So if you think that this is a fad, I'm here to say, think again. E-commerce is here to stay. People are buying more online now than ever. But when is it going to end, I hear you ask? Well, in my opinion, it's not. E-commerce is set to grow. A new report by Capgemini Research Institute found that consumers' appetite for online shopping will keep growing once lockdowns are eased. 59% of consumers worldwide had high levels of interaction with physical stores before the crisis, but only 24% expect to return to that level. In the next 6 to 9 months, only 39% of consumers expect a high level of interaction with physical stores. Before the crisis, 30% say that they had high levels of interaction with online channels, but now 37% are reporting that. This trend is very likely to continue going forward as consumers gain even more comfortability shopping online. Looking further ahead, research by NASDAQ indicates that by the year 2040, around 95% of all shopping will be online. So here's the message loud and clear. Get on the bus now. You might not be the next Jeff Bezos, but you can certainly still start a successful e-commerce or boutique online now. But before you rush off to get started, there are some things to consider before you just leap in. First, your financial situation, because there are costs to running any business, and an e-commerce one is no different. Think about your web hosting, your web design, your ongoing site maintenance, your marketing, your cost of goods, just as a starting point. Then there's the time commitment. This is not a hobby. This is a legit business, and it takes work. Which, by the way, if you want to talk to one of our team members here at Hot Mess about taking the pain out of setting up your website, we'd be happy to chat. Or if you're a DIY chick, you can also check out our website workshop. But anyway, something else to consider is like, what is it that you want to sell and who to, and what model are you going to use? Be thoughtful, right? And we all hate being spammed by crap generic products that no one needs or don't even work. This is something to spend a bit of time researching, so use that time well. Some products do better online, and some are better in more traditional brick and mortar businesses. Some people prefer drop shipping or the Amazon model. Some like manufacturing their own products to sell on Shopify. Here at Hot Mess Consulting, we love businesses that hand curate their collections of items to sell on Shopify. But in any case, just give it some real thought. And to continue that point, be mindful. We've seen it done well and we've seen it done badly during this pandemic. From stores that haven't been able to cope with the sudden demand, suffering logistical and distribution nightmares, to stores that have taken advantage, like stockpiling and hiking prices of in-demand products like hand sanitizer. And there have been numerous marketing and PR disasters too. We've also seen it done really sensitively and calmly, with stores maintaining their customers' trust. It's such a fine balance, so be mindful and be one of the e-commerce good guys, right? So I said I'd share some thoughts on how I've seen things change since I started. I began back in 2016 with my own online and pop-up boutique, Thong in It. I know, wild name, just like me. It's a play on flip-flops, like super casual, get it? Anyway, before I transitioned to focusing on my business, my current business, Hot Mess, my boutique had grown 4 times over in the last quarter of 2017, first quarter of 2018. I learned that there really is a massive demand for shopping online, especially when it's done right. Your potential customers want to shop, and they want to shop with people they know, like, and trust. And they want to trust that the items they will be receiving will be great quality. Relatable, strong, clear, cohesive branding is a huge part of this, which is why I just love helping other boutique and e-commerce business owners with theirs. Anyway, what I've basically seen is this steady trend upwards in e-commerce. This is definitely not something that is going away. In fact, I'd say it's something to pay attention to or join us in the fun. So now you know my thoughts on why now is absolutely the best time to get into e-commerce. The doors are just wide open on the internet, and there is so much potential for a successful e-commerce business ahead of us. And of course, given current conditions, we're seeing that right now in particular, people are definitely spending more time online and purchasing online. So I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into why now is such a good time to get into e-commerce. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions at all about getting started with e-commerce, or if you've got questions about how to get going with a boutique online store. I'd love to help. Need more? Check out the blog at hotmessblog.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. Cheers!